Everybody, Alan Black here, everybody.
What's up, Alan?
Hey there, y'all.
Shake my hand, right?
Love you, bro. You know, Alan, you're like my older brother, man. You know? So, everybody, if you don't know Alan, his dad is obviously the legend, Billy Black, but Alan's got his own story just as well. Alan's a true legend, Stuart guy. You know, someone who's been super kind to me and John since we've been coming here, since we made friends. A guy you can look up to, a guy who does things right and has a good time all the time. So, Alan, if you just want to brief us on what it was like growing up at Walker's with your dad, a legend, and, you know, how'd that go growing up here? Because you were here in the heyday. You were barefoot running on the runway, you know? Tell us about it.
Well, I was a small child on a small island. It was a good time.
So it was that good. There's too many stories coming to your head, right? There's too many coming.
I mean, if you can imagine being 10 years old on a very small island with completely free reign, and Billy Black being your father, then that's basically what I did.
Yeah. Very epic. And you got the same vibe as your dad, you know, always a good time, always here having fun, always catching fish. You're here on the Blue Moose this year. I know you're...
Trust the moose.
There you go. I know, hopefully you had a better day than us. If you're willing, tell us about your day a little bit, you know?
Well, we also caught a barracuda.
Whoa, there you go. You're in the Bahamas then, you know?
Yep.
You're in the Bahamas.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
Any day fishing at Walker's Key is an amazing day.
Yeah.
I mean, the water looked beautiful all day. We were, you know, I'm riding backwards this time, but, you know, it was gorgeous. We saw a couple things. We had some events happen.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Someone in the back there? Oh, Bubba, you're so short behind these lights. I can't see.
I can't see anything.
Is that Bubba there?
Yeah, the day was slow for us as well, so don't worry about that. I know you got a bunch of really good fishing stories with your dad. Come on, what are some of the favorites that pop into your mind? Or doesn't even have to be a fishing story. Some of your favorite stories about either growing up on Walkers or riding with your dad or taking the Duchess over for him last year, you know, or, you know, tell us something that really sticks out to you about this.
Something that really, thank you for bringing that up, because I wasn't. Something that really was amazing for me, growing up on the Duchess was awesome. And last year, unfortunately, my dad couldn't come over for the, the World Cup?
The World Cup, yeah.
For the World Cup. And I was able to bring the boat over. And I had been here on the Sunny Boy, and I brought the Duchess over, and pulling into this marina, driving the Duchess, it was an absolutely monumental moment for me. It sucked because my dad wasn't here.
Yeah,
but for him to trust me to take that boat to this island and then to back into that slip with the Duchess was like that.
Very special
awesome.
moment. Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember talking to you. You run a boat called the Why Not a 68 Viking there, and we were dock partners there in Sailfish and Stewart. And you said it was a little slower, but you enjoyed the ride, didn't you? You said it was
We actually caught fish the whole way. You know, my dad told me never run by fish. And, you know, one of the things that we do a lot these days, we go, you know, these tournaments, we have 60-mile limits, 50 miles in this one.
Yeah.
And you know what? We would have lines out on the way out of the marina, and we would catch fish all the way out, and I can't tell you how much stuff we've caught right in the channel.
Yeah.
Some of the best fish that we've ever caught were right here on the channel.
Yeah.
Walker's Key Channel.
I remember that, seeing the
Silky
riggers
Channel.
out with the baits out,
Hell yeah.
going through the buoys.
Well, that's awesome, Alan. Yeah, and I know there's another special moment that everybody here at Walker's on the first tournament got to experience. Your dad and the boys, Wade won. And the last day, you came in and you threatened him there for second place. You got to hang one yourself here. So that was a special moment, I know, for me, John, the Allens, everybody around here, just to see that little camaraderie between you two.
We couldn't have worked out any better.
That's a fairy tale, you know?
We couldn't have written that script better. And the fish cooperated. The ocean gods, Neptune, who it may be, cooperated. And my dad, he's not so good with the cell phone. And I'm like, hey, Dad, I'm gonna call you if something happens. As soon as I put that fish in the boat, the cell phone started ringing. He's like, Buckshot, how big is it? I said, Dad, don't worry about it. It's not bigger than yours.
And I'm sure that's all that mattered to him, right?
Yeah, 100%, man. We did good, though.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, and you've been here for every tournament. Yeah, you're on the Sunny Boy the past 2 years. Now you're on the Moose, running the cockpit down there. And just a special time here at Walker's. We got a lot of things going on. You're a Stuart, Florida guy like us. What is, Stuart and Walker's are synonymous. It's 100 miles due east, It seems like most people around are even from Stuart. It's just an epic thing. Why is that? Do you have any ideas? Is it because it's so close, the fishing's good, this is how, we've done it always?
It's a gateway to the Bahamas.
There you go.
It is absolutely the first place that you can come to check into customs, and it's the best fishing anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, that just proved it the other day.
100%, man.
They came in with 10 flags, boats having nine bites, you're not getting
just
that
throughout
anywhere.
the past couple weeks, boats been coming and flying flags every other day, 4 days, 5 days before the tournament even started.
Yep.
Flags were flying every other day. So there's fish out there.
Yeah.
There's
A
fish
lot
out
of
there. They're
fish.
chewing for sure.
Yeah. What is, I know you've caught a lot of fish here. I know your dad's claimed to have seen a couple granders around here. What's the biggest one you think you've seen around here? And we like to embellish a little bit here on the Walker's K podcast.
Hey, man. Fishing, drinking, and telling lies.
Hey, there you go.
My dad taught me that one.
Hey, you guys see an 800-pounder in the channel there?
Yeah, absolutely.
left
That's why we
long,
put them
man.
out so soon, right? I had one eat a grouper one day. We've had a couple. I don't know how many people. There's probably quite a few people here that know this, but the original grander has been named Bosco for forever.
Okay.
That's what we call the grander that we've been searching for. And I have seen Bosco a couple of times.
Have you? Yeah.
Yep. Me and my dad let one go that we called 850. And lots of people have seen the video and seen the picture since then, and they said it was a 1,000-pounder.
Really, yeah.
Yep. I had another one on that we had this giant lure back on the days of the Sunny Boy.
Yeah.
And we had this giant lure that we called Bobby Mondavi, which is, everybody knows what Bobby Mondavi is. It was red and black. And this fish came up shaking, and it was on a 130. And unfortunately, we were pre-fishing the day before the tournament.
Of course.
And it was just right. Everything was great. Came up, and it came off about 50 feet from the boat. But that fish was... Terry Hill was my mate on that trip. And he says, that was Bosco. He looked up and he goes, that was Bosco.
Yeah. Oh. All right, I know who I'm looking for tomorrow. Bosco. Wherever you are, we're all coming for you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. There's a Seinfeld reference in there somewhere. But Well, that's awesome, man. Alan, we're so glad to have you on. It's been great. Your dad's going to be on with Annie for her first podcast, tomorrow on Call Her Captain. So make sure you stay tuned. You come up to the bar, check that out. It's been a blast, Alan. We love you. You're a great guy.
Cheers.
Like I said, you're like
Thank you
me
very
and John's
much,
older
guys.
brother, man.
Y'all
We
are
appreciate
great.
having you.
Thanks so much for having me on.
Yes, sir.
Let's catch some
Pleasure.
fish.
All right,
That's it,
Alan
man.
Black, everybody.